Welcome to the 6th episode of the National Flag series. In this series I'll be covering the history, symbolism and different designs of each national flag, going alphabetically from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. For my list, I will use all nations as recognised by the UN, as well as a handful that are not. At the end of each instalment, I will give the flag a score out of 50. So let's begin the 6th episode, Antigua and Barbuda. The flag of Antigua and Barbuda actually predates their official change to an independent state by some 13 years. The flag was designed by Sir Reginald Samuel, a native sculptor and artist who entered his design mere hours before the deadline closed. The flag reportedly took him just half an hour to create and beat over 600 other entries in the competition. Red symbolises the bloodshed in the fight for their people's freedom, blue represents hope, black harks to the African heritage and also the soil of the islands, and white for sand and yellow for sun. According to the government's website, the two red triangles form a letter V shape for victory. The coat of arms in the top right of the slide features the national fruit, the pineapple, as well as the national animal, the European fallow deer. Although Spaniard Christopher Columbus observed and named the island of Antigua in 1493, it was the British who decided to establish colonies in the 17th century. The British consolidated other Eastern Caribbean islands into their British Leeward Islands colony, which gained the flag on screen in 1871. Unsurprisingly, this flag featured the Union Jack in the canton on a navy blue field with a small emblem or coat of arms on the right. Interestingly, the coat of arms used included not one but 4 pineapples, something we continue to see on the coat of arms of Antigua and Barbuda today. Upon the colony of Leeward Islands' dissolution in 1956, Antigua and Barbuda was said to have flown a very similar flag, bearing a new emblem in a white circle in place of the previous coat of arms. The short-lived West Indies Federation was a collection of British colonies, mostly consisting of Eastern Caribbean colonies. Their flag is certainly striking, with an orange-gold disc on a blue field to demonstrate the sun on the sea. I think that this flag is certainly eye-catching for all the right reasons, with unique white wavy lines, similar to that of another island territory, British Indian Ocean Territory. When the Federation disbanded in 1962, Antigua and Barbuda yet again adopted a stereotypical British colonial flag. This design was identical to one used previously, however, it is set apart by the removal of the white circle. Finally, in 1967, Antigua and Barbuda changed their flag for a final time when they became a semi-self-governing state within the British Commonwealth. On the right, I have put the state ensign of the country, which also follows standard design practices. Here is the flag of the Barbuda Council. Featuring prominently is the national bird of the country, the frigate bird, with its recognisable red gular pouch. On closer inspection, we can actually see that the horizontal red-green bicolour is divided by an extremely thin blue fimbriation, although some sources do not include this. The flag receives a healthy score, although the flag could be considered complex on many accounts. I hesitate to penalise too hard for this. This is mainly because of the flag's unique diagonal slices that help focus the viewer's attention and prevent overcomplication. The flag certainly contains meaningful symbolism, with every colour having an official attribution. Unfortunately, however, the flag contains 5 colours, resulting in a half score for colour selection. Realistically, I can impose a higher penalty for this, but I feel that the colours arrangements in blocks doesn't overwhelm. This flag is the definition of distinct, taking on an entirely different design to its colonial flags and challenging many vexillological tropes. Maximum points for no text or seals. So then, with a grand total of 39, Antigua and Barbuda ranks in 4th out of the flags we have looked at so far, and personally I think for such a small nation, the country has an interesting and characterful flag, history and design. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the National Flag series. Next will be episode 7, our first South American country, Argentina. Blue fimbriate. Damn it.